Hey, welcome to Tasting Notes by the United States of Coffee, a podcast about normal people drinking extraordinary coffee. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tasting Notes, which is a very odd thing to be saying given the current circumstances of this. Yeah. Hey Mike, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing just fine.
It's very good to see you, at least in this weird way. I know I saw you in your driveway for a second last night too.
Yeah, I threw some coffee beans at you.
And a XLR cable so we could do this. So I think that the best thing we might do is try to pretend like this is normal, and maybe that'll give people a break for 15 minutes from this crazy pandemic crisis that we're in. And let's
only thing not normal is that
you have a gaming headset on.
Yeah, and I can only hear you in one ear.
It looks like you just came from pilot school, which is cool. So I like it.
Well. I'll get a flying game.
Sweet. So today we are going to drink a coffee that our friend John Maharg sent us, or ordered us from Pinewood Coffee Roasters, which I think is in Waco, Texas. Austin Avenue in Waco, Texas. That's a little confusing.
That's so confusing.
But this is what the bag looks like. It's pretty cool. On the bottom too, there's this little cowboy fella drinking coffee.
That's pretty cool.
This is a Peru Cajamarca. Yeah. So,
sure.
1,750 meters above sea level. It's a washed, and it's Bourbon, Catora, and Typica, and it was roasted on 3/17. So pretty fresh off roast.
I've already been drinking it, if you've heard my slurps.
Yeah, I'm going to drink some too.
How are we going to cheers? Do you have another mug to cheers with?
There we go. That's a good cheers noise.
There we go.
Official. It's official. Cool. I'm going to have
some. It's super... I know you don't like using the word sweet, but I think it's pretty sweet.
No, I mean,
it's got a brown sugar vibe.
When I tossed it out of the car into your driveway a couple days ago, I went home and I drank it.
Can we talk about something first?
Yeah, totally.
So you didn't toss it. I mean, maybe you tossed it out of your car, but I didn't see it happen. But Matt just says, look in your driveway, and I see this sketchy white bag that says Big Drops on it.
Well, that's your podcast nickname, so.
I know.
I wanted to keep it going.
I don't think anybody else on my street knows that.
Yeah.
And, everybody decided to be an outdoorsy person, and there's always people walking by my house now. And it was sketchy. If you didn't see it on Instagram, well, you missed out.
Yeah, maybe I'll post a story. When I post this episode, I'll post the boomerang I took of me throwing it out of my car while I was moving like a paper boy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun. So, anyways, so at that night I went home and I made some because I'm apparently just into baking things and drinking coffee all hours of the day now. Mm-hmm. But that was the first thing I got, was super sugary, which is really cool.
Yeah, and specifically brown sugar.
Well, let me tell you something, Michael.
Is that on the bag?
It's not on the bag, but the first tasting note is sweet.
Oh.
The second one we won't talk about. The third one is caramel. So that same kind of...
Why aren't we talking about the second one?
Well, because we didn't talk about that yet. But you did hit... I mean, you said brown sugar, which I think like the...
Sweet.
That kind of burnt sugar. Caramel taste kind of has that brown sugar molassesy taste, right?
Yeah.
And the sweet, the middle one.
Apple? Green apple? Is that what they're going to put?
No.
I do think there's a lot of... I should get a tasting note wheel here.
No, you could pull it up on the internet if you want.
But it's going to ruin my screen cap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I don't even know if we're going to use the video or if it's just going to... I think we should. This will be the first ever video podcast. The middle tasting note is, much like Sprite, is lemon lime. You got that?
Oh, sorry, I'm pulling it up.
No, it's okay.
I'm focused.
Focus, bro.
Um.
I really
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I really like this
Sprite.
little extra label on there where it has the like the shape of the country and stuff. And this is cool.
Hmm.
It's a nice touch. Um, and the branding is pretty neat also.
So okay. There's so many things I just don't know what they taste like on here. Like
Yeah.
lychee or starfruit.
Well, you've never had lychee before?
Lychee?
Oh,
No.
or starfruit?
No.
Dude, those are my two favorite fruits. We need to do. Well, this is going to be the next podcast when we're allowed to hang
Tasting
out
note
in
podcast.
person. I'm getting a bunch of star fruits and lychee fruits, and we're gonna just go to town.
Cool. I'm excited. Okay. Yeah, I think I could get into the lime maybe or green apple.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm down with that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I don't know
definitely
what
got some citrus.
is that what they put?
They put lemon lime.
Oh, they did. Okay. I think it's definitely more of an appley thing going on for me though.
Um, yeah, you tend to lean there a little bit, anyways. I think you get excited when you see apple as a tasting note. I think
Hmm.
that's your jams.
I love apple, and I don't get to eat many apples anymore.
Can you have one apple a day and stay in ketosis, or no?
No.
It's like one every once in a while.
Yeah. They have like 30 grams of carbs.
Yeah. So one time before I had a blood test, I was supposed to fast for 12 hours, and I didn't.
Hmm.
I didn't know, and like 12 hours before the blood test, I was apple picking with my family, and I probably ate like 12 apples in the apple orchard. And so when they
Oh
did the
wow.
blood test, they were like, "Oh, you have diabetes." I was like, "Wait, can we do it again?"
Can we run that back?
Yeah, it turns out I didn't have diabetes. I was close.
Yeah.
Anyways, it wasn't the best, but yeah. So,
So Matt, what are you doing to stay sane during this
man,
at-home
I am.
time?
Work got a little crazy because I do work at a church, and
Oh.
we're trying to figure out how to have church without a building or without people gathering, which is fun.
Did you see the speaking of churches online? Did you see the video of the drummer at that church and like a plant fell on him during the live stream? And he was trying
No.
to fix it the whole time.
Oh, that's so sad. Send me a
I think
link.
I just shared it. I think I
Oh,
just shared it on Facebook. Oh, I could just watch it on here.
oh, good. So I've been doing that. Has been, I brought my whole kind of edit studio home, and then I have two kids, and trying to support my wife in them doing online school, because that's what schools are doing now to avoid canceling school. It's all online, and I have
Hmm.
taken up baking pretty much as a full-time baker. I got really good at making Japanese milk bread and hamburger buns, and today I made bagels for the first time, and they were effing delicious.
You boiled them?
I boiled them New York style,
Did you?
boiled them for 2
Okay,
minutes, and
not the
then
honey one.
baked them.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Nice.
yeah, I don't
Heck yeah.
know. Made a couple pizzas on my birthday, which was cool. Which we decided not to
Hmm.
cancel my birthday because it's a date and not a thing. So
Hmm.
just hung out with my family, made pizza. I drank a Coca-Cola, which was
Are you
like,
gonna mention how old you are?
that's my one. I'm 37.
Yo, yeah,
You
my
just got
internet
real. You
is
just got
going
real
wild right
quiet.
now in the worst way possible.
I thought you were just shocked at how old I am
I can't even hear you.
at
Oh, there
all.
you are.
Oh,
Kind of.
yeah. I mean, I still hear me, and I
Yeah.
still hear
You
you,
should
so we're
you
good.
should see like there's only 2 pixels for your entire face.
Good. We'll include that. We'll include that in the
Yeah.
IGTV video of this podcast.
We'll just make that the post. Just
Yeah.
a picture of your
Perfect.
face right now.
Cool. And well, do you have anything
Um,
else to add, maybe about Pinewood or about this coffee? Or do you want to tell us actually first, selfishly? I was just going to cut you off. What have you been doing to stay busy? Because I know that you were kind of doing some work, and then now you're stuck in your house, self-quarantined.
yeah. So I'm working from home still. I work for an after-school program, so we're kind of changing everything that we do. um, yeah, there's a lot that I could talk about, but it's definitely pretty interesting, and like figuring out how to continue working and providing good stuff for the kids and high schoolers that participate with us is just it's definitely been hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And just working from home in general is hard for me. But I've been drinking a lot of coffee. I've been running a lot. I've been playing the new Animal Crossing game.
I heard that was very, very good.
Oh yeah.
Is there
amazing.
still a secret? Is there a secret night where you can go and see KK Slider's band play?
Probably. I'm only on day 5 now, and I haven't even played today. So today's day 5.
That was like Lola's thing on the original one. Was she didn't actually want to play the game? She just wanted to go on at Saturday night at 8:00
Yeah.
to see KK Slider's band play, and I laughed at it for a while, and then watched it once and chuckled, and then realized that it's actually secret credits. It's just like all the game designers like rolling their credits in the song lyrics, which is kind of fun. So
yeah, no, it's a great game. But that's about all I've been up to. I watched like all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
oh, I got to get into that. Yeah, we need to do our Good Place episode also.
Why don't we just do like there already was a Good Place podcast, but it's over, so we need to do our own.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. We start tomorrow, so start rewatching.
Okay, I could rewatch after work today. I'll rewatch the whole thing.
Perfect.
But yeah, just chilling, trying to stay not depressed.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of being not depressed, did you try the La Plame 2 can from John at Paper Plane Coffee?
I had an AeroPress of it.
How was it?
Are we going to do an episode of it?
I'd like to. Yeah, as long I gave you 2 doses, right? I think I gave you 48 grams.
Yeah, so I've been up for a V60 or a Kalita right now.
Cool. Perfect. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow.
Or right after this.
I have to jump on a podcast with a fella from Almanac Coffee in Minnesota.
Woof. No, that's cool.
Yeah. But we can hit some more coffee a little later on.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, I did try that. I also gave you 2 coffees.
Yep. Did you label them? I started thinking on the way home. I
did.
Oh, you did. Cool.
Yeah, I just put Sharpie.
Good. I don't know what else you would label it with.
It
would be funny if you individually labeled every single bean with just like a pinprick of ink. You're like the ones with the white dot.
Did you see that thing that James Hoffman posted of that, like this magician that he worked with? I don't know if he was a magician.
No.
Somebody. And this was like years ago. And he had like a whole table just full of coffee beans. And he was just looking at the beans and memorizing them, and James had to pick one out and then he turned away and then he moved that one bean around, and then like the magician guy or whatever he was picked it out again. It was like 1,000 coffee beans.
Are you serious?
And he picked out the exact bean. Yeah.
That's like some Rain Man type stuff right there.
Yeah. So we could get that guy. And he could tell you.
I feel like my wife could do something similar to that. She has such a photographic memory that she's constantly like amazing me. And we'll talk about like a date we went on 15 years ago, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, you were wearing these pants and this shirt, and you had this like fray on your shoelace." And I'm like, "How does your brain work like that?" But it's pretty wild. I always love talking to people who can like visually memorize things like that. It's awesome.
Yeah. Huh. That's wild.
All right, I'm gonna find that.
Coffee.
Maybe you can send me a link to that, and I'll post that in the show notes too.
Yeah, and the church drummer.
So we'll get church drummer getting plant dropped on head, and James Hoffman's old video, and a link to Pinewood. This is actually, as a wrap up, this is changing a lot. I mean, as coffee does, as it gets colder, but this is changing in a way that it's becoming very fragrant, like florally. Like
the smell is getting kind of weird.
Yeah.
What's the aroma? Is that the right word?
I think aroma is the whole thing when it's in your mouth and you're getting it with the olfactory glands, and I think the fragrance is just smelling.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Fragrance is getting kind of interesting.
I like the coffee. I'm glad we drank it. I'm glad we got
Totally.
to
Yeah,
talk.
good stuff.
Cool.
I'm gonna try and visit them when I drive cross country.
Perfect.
Spoiler.
Are you ready to announce that yet publicly?
No. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, but we
Well,
don't have to right now.
it would be cool if we set you up with like a way to pre-plan some like coffee shop visits and send you with a recorder, and you kind of went and talked to a bunch of coffee shops. So, hey, coffee shops in America.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the plan, is to just visit a bunch.
Yeah, but it would be neat to have it like a little bit more. Like what John did was awesome, but it would be cool if there was people there you could talk to also.
Oh, okay, I see.
You
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
actually set it up with. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, that's happening in August, just so you know.
so we'll start sending some emails.
All of our fans know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a coffee shop between New Jersey and Seattle, let us know if you want to host Mike for a jib.
Honestly,
and
Pretty much anywhere in America.
yeah. So
Because I'm not just driving straight there.
no, you're doing a zigzag.
Leaving. Yeah.
Cool. All right, buddy. Listen, I'll catch up with you in like an hour. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Peace.
Good coffee. Thanks, Pinewood.
Yeah. Thanks, Pinewood. See you.
And John. Bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to another episode of Tasting Notes. We really appreciate the support. I can't thank you enough, both personally and as a company, for all the support you guys give us. If you're new to this podcast and you want to know how to help us keep this thing going, the best thing you can do other than listen is go to iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. What it does is it helps us bump up in the search results, lets other people find this. If you really want to help people find this, you can share this on your social media. You can email a link to a friend, text a link to a friend, anything to get it out there and get more people listening to us talking about tasting great coffee. The other thing you can do is buy coffee that we review. Send a note when you purchase it online. Send a note to the people that you heard about them from our podcast, Tasting Notes. And ultimately, if you want to subscribe, again, on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts, that would be amazing. If you want to track along other ways, you can always find us on Instagram. It's at States of Coffee. And while you're at it, you can click the link in the profile to sign up for our Friday morning email. So basically, it's just a quick email we send out every Friday morning telling you what we're drinking, any tips on new podcasts that are coming out, and usually there's a little bit of extra that maybe has nothing to do with coffee, but we just think you might find it interesting. So thanks again. Enjoy drinking your coffee.